Victor Wembanyama fait.
Victor Wembanyama.
Victor Wembanyama.
Yeah. Yeah.
With the first pick in the NBA draft, the San Antonio Spurs select Victor Wembanyama.
He's ahead of the pack. He just puts it over Derek White's head, and he throws it down like he was teasing him.
What if the Lakers stole the draft and landed Wemby? LeBron's fifth ring, AD's legacy, and the NBA's apocalypse. Imagine this. David Stern's ghost whispers to Adam Silver. The 2023 lottery balls defy physics. And suddenly, Victor Wembanyama isn't saving San Antonio. He's turbocharging LeBron's last dance in LA. The 2024 Lakers aren't fighting for play-in survival. They're a 7-foot-4-inch Death Star orbiting Earth. Wemby's rookie stats? 18 points per game, 9 rebounds, 3 blocks on asterisk, 68% field goal asterisk, all off LeBron's vintage no-looks. A D? Unleashed as a stretch 4, dropping 28 points per game. But here's the twist. The Nuggets, 3-peat? Dead. Warriors dynasty? Buried. And Jokic retires to racehorses, muttering, "I didn't sign up for 2 freaks." But at what cost? No picks until 2031. No cap space. Just LeBron, Wemby, and a geriatric AD. But wait, does AD demand a trade? Does Silver ban super teams? And would Wemby's 2025 MVP campaign, 24/11/4 in reality, be reduced to LeBron's sidekick? Smash like if you'd burn the league for this timeline. Subscribe if you'd rather watch the NBA survive. The truth? We're all lucky Wemby's in San Antonio, because chaos tastes better in silver and black. The 2024 Lakers with Victor Wembanyama wouldn't just dominate, they'd rewrite basketball physics. While Wemby's rookie Spurs stats, 21.4 PPG, 10.6 REB, 3.9 BLK, made history. Slotting him alongside LeBron and AD would have created a tactical supernova. Picture this. Wemby as a Laker, streamlined into a hybrid role, 18 points per game on 68% field goal, 9 rebounds and 2.5 blocks. Freed from full-time rim duties, he'd toggle between weak side rim protection and stretching defenses with a 38% three-point stroke, turning LA into a matchup nightmare. Meanwhile, Anthony Davis morphs into a mid-range demigod, 28 points per game, career high, feasting on face-ups as Wemby's gravity empties the paint. No longer ground down by 76 games of solo anchoring, AD's 2024 playoff version is a fully operational Death Star. LeBron James, orchestrating this symphony, plays 58 games, his most since 2018, with surgical precision. 24/7/7 on 58% true shooting. Preserving his 39-year-old body for a playoff tear. The trio's synergy unlocks the roster. D'Angelo Russell thrives as the 42% three-point route spacer. Austin Reeves attacks closeouts, and Rui Hachimura punishes mismatches. Defensively, LA becomes a fortress. Wemby's 7 feet 4 inches wingspan and AD's mobility create a #1 ranked defense, 105.3 rating, smothering pick and rolls and forcing the league's lowest rim field goal percentage, 57.2%. The result? A pretty 56-26 record. Third in West, bulldozing Denver's aging core and Phoenix's top-heavy roster en route to an Antwerp 2024 Finals versus Boston. The league office salivated over the fantasy. LeBron versus Tatum, in a legacy-defining clash. Wembanyama vs. Kristaps Porzingis, as the ultimate unicorn duel. But the 2024 Finals became a horror film for Boston's historic offense. The Celtics, who torched the NBA with a 122.4 points per game offense, met their kryptonite in Wembanyama's 7'4" frame. With Wemby anchoring the Lakers' defense, acquired in a shocking mid-season trade, Boston's pick-and-roll machine imploded. The French phenom erased the arc, holding Celtics to 28% on threes, switched onto Tatum in crunch time, and averaged 4.8 blocks. In the series, including a Game 4 sequence where he stuffed Derek White twice at the rim, then sprinted the floor for a putback dunk. The result? Boston's nuclear offense, which dropped 145 on Miami in the ECF, was held under tattered 110 points in 4 straight games, their worst stretch since 2021. LeBron, playing possum all season at 39, unleashed vintage brutality. 28/8/9 on, 58% shooting, hunting mismatches against Al Horford while Wemby locked the paint. Anthony Davis, finally freed from rim protection duties, morphed into a mid-range assassin. 24 points per game, 62% field goal. The Lakers revamped Twin Towers 2.0 scheme, with Wemby roaming like prime KG and AD switching onto guards, exploited Boston's lack of true playmakers beyond Tatum. By Game 6, Jason Tatum shot 5 for 21, with Wemby as his primary defender, including a soul-crushing block on Boston's final possession to seal LA's 108-103 win. The aftermath? LeBron's 5th ring. Reignited GOAT debates, but chaos followed. Boston's front office blew up their core, trading Jaylen Brown for Damian Lillard, ESPN's First Take. Melted down over the Wemby heist. LA gave up only Rui Hachimura and 2 distant picks, and a 64-win Celtics team became the butt of playoff fraud memes. Meanwhile, Wembanyama, whose plus 23.4 on-off rating in the playoffs dwarfed even Jokic's impact, became the first rookie since Magic Johnson to win Finals MVP, and the NBA's nightmare became reality. The result? A 24th of November 4th stat line on 39% from deep, making him the first player ever to lead the league in blocks 3.8, while outshooting Steph Curry on catch-and-shoot threes. But transplant him to LeBron James's Lakers? Suddenly, he's Icarus flying too close to the sun. LeBron's gravitational pull reshapes every ecosystem. Ball-dominant playmaking, high-usage drives, and a hierarchy where even Anthony Davis defers. Wemby's hypothetical LA numbers, 19.8 PPG, 9.2 REB, 28% three-point, mirror the LeBron effect that compressed Chris Bosh and Kevin Love into corner spacers. His assist dip? A product of LeBron monopolizing 34% of Lakers' possessions as the primary facilitator. The silver lining? Wemby's defense transcends systems. At 7 feet 4 inches with an 8 foot 0 inch wingspan, he'd anchor the Lakers' 4th-ranked defense single-handedly, switching 1 to 5 while masking AD's declining mobility. Imagine Wemby erasing Ja Morant at the arc, then sprinting back to swat Zion at the rim, all while LeBron conserves energy off-ball. Yet offensively, he'd be reduced to a luxury role: pick-and-pop decoy, lob threat, and occasional post mismatch. It's the paradox of modern super teams. Transcendent talents often shrink to fit legacy agendas. In San Antonio, Wemby's the architect. In LA, he's the ultimate luxury item. A $40 million Swiss Army knife polishing LeBron's sunset years. The Spurs aren't just maximizing a player, they're curating a basketball revolution. The Lakers? They'd turn him into the most expensive accessory since the Beatles' Hampton 5 experiment. The NBA's 2025 landscape collapses into a dystopian rerun of 1985. The Nuggets' three-peat dies in the second round when Jokic, tired of guarding two 7-footers nightly, abruptly retires at 30, muttering, "Horses don't box out." OKC's Cinderella story implodes as Shai Gilgeous-Alexander tears his Achilles celebrating a playoff dagger, triggering a league-wide ban on sideline pyrotechnics. The Celtics and Lakers revive their tired rivalry through sheer financial brute force. Boston trades 5 first-round picks for Anthony Davis, while LeBron James Jr. signs a $200 million legacy contract to team with Bronny in LA, but the real chaos unfolds in the shadows. Spurs enter eternal tank mode. After Wembanyama's career-ending DVT diagnosis, San Antonio cycles through 19-win seasons, drafting Matas Buzelis, a 6'10" shooter allergic to defense, and igniting fan protests with Taco Tuesday tank incentives. Warriors panic trade Jonathan Kuminga plus 2031 FRP for 34-year-old Pascal Siakam, who immediately demands a max extension while shooting 28% from 3. Golden State's luxury tax bill hits $500 million, forcing Draymond Green to live-stream firewood chopping for ad revenue. Adam Silver's super team ban backfires spectacularly. Agents exploit loopholes to create shadow super teams via coaching consultant roles. Durant to Miami as Eric Spoelstra's shot doctor, while the Knicks sign 4 All-Stars by reclassifying Madison Square Garden as a tax-free enterprise zone. The league's final twist? A 2027 lockout triggered by owners arguing over whether to classify Jokic's horse ranch as a basketball-related expense. LeBron James rides into the sunset in 2026 with his elusive 6th ring, cementing his legacy as the Lakers' savior, only for Anthony Davis to demand a trade months later, frustrated by LA's aging roster, $190 million luxury tax bill, and 0 first-round picks until 2031. The dominoes fall. The Lakers rebuild around Austin Reeves and a 38-year-old AD, now averaging 18 points and 8 rebounds on declining efficiency, while the Spurs' Wemby era collapses under the weight of reckless win-now moves. By 2027, San Antonio has traded all its draft capital for a fading all-star, Zion Williamson, leaving Victor Wembanyama, a 3-time All-NBA, 2-time DPOY megastar, averaging 28-12-4, stranded on a 32-win team with no youth, no flexibility, and a front office begging him to trust the process. Again. Sound familiar? By 2028, Wemby's agent leaks a trade request to the Thunder, who've stockpiled 14 first-rounders from the Clippers' Paul George deal. The Spurs, desperate to avoid another Kawhi-esque disaster, trade him for Chet Holmgren and a mountain of picks. The cycle repeats. OKC becomes the West's new super team, while San Antonio tanks for the next generational prospect. The NBA's carousel of superstar discontent spins faster than ever. So was Wemby to LA a dream or a nightmare? Smash like for Dynasty. Subscribe for disaster. But here's the truth. The Spurs saved the NBA. By keeping Wemby small market, they preserved parity and saved us from LeBron's Space Jam 3-pound feet, Cruadicus villain arc.